Hello everybody, my name is Ash and I'm going to bring you another Outriders build video. It's been a while since I've done one of these, but hey, I felt like this particular build was something that I should have made a while ago. So, as you see here today, I'm playing Trickster and I've got the Maxwell set. Now at first I did dismiss this set as being pretty useless, but I adopted it onto my Trickster after getting desperate and looking through Reddit because, not gonna lie, I've been having trouble finding a decent Trickster build for the end game. Very squishy, not enough damage, so on and so forth. And truth be told, this build is still quite squishy because obviously you need shields to stay alive, and the only way you get shields is by getting kills. With the exception of a few mods here and there. But with this build, I find myself doing fairly okay, depending on what the faction is I'm fighting, the enemy types and the environment, and so on and so forth. It's actually a really good build to have with teammates. Solo, well, yeah. Anyway, the whole gimmick of this is firepower. As you can see, I've got twisted rounds on, and the whole gimmick is buffing, like temporary buffs, by doing powers and melee. If we look into our gear, all of our weapons here have the anomaly enhancement mod, which receives passive firepower boost equal to 40% of your anomaly power. So yeah, our anomaly power isn't that high right now, but if you look at, our base firepower is already pretty damn high, as is. But we have a lot of stacking stuff. Now I'm using a juggler here because it came with dimensional rockets, which is a good mod. Minefield is also a good mod, so getting headshots and spawning rockets and mines is very good. But the key thing I've got here is the armor pierce, which is really useful. Armor pierce will come into play with a lot of other mods that we have on our armor. The Maxwell set has the Maxwell Demon perk, which each successful assault weapon shot grants a firepower bonus that stacks up to 50%. To reach the bonus, half the weapon magazine ammo must be spent at successful shots. Upon receiving maximum stacks, the firepower bonus is raised to 100%, and the burn is applied to both player and enemies within a 15-meter radius. The bonus is active for up to half of the weapon magazine ammo capacity. Bonus is lost upon reloading or swapping weapons. So it's not, to be fair, the 100% and burn, not really that much, but the 50% is probably the main, racking up. It's pretty good. You obviously set yourself on fire, but on the occasion that bonus actually triggers, you're going to be doubling whatever firepower you have, which is already being boosted by a lot of other outside things. So, see here, we got Sharp Eye, so we're going to be boosting our firepower up just by getting critical hits, which we're going to be getting anyway because we want to trigger our dimensional rockets and minefield. Got Thunderdome, which gives us shields when slow trap ends. We do have Perseverance Shield and Personal Space. Pretty handy, but maybe not the best ones. Still a work in progress, this build. There is a few mods I do want that we haven't got yet. So we've got instant reload on Hunt the Prey, which is going to keep us our twisted rounds up for as long as possible. Our cooldown is pretty good anyway, but any time where we don't have to shoot without twisted rounds is good. Bloodlust, critical shots, increased firepower, stacks up to 5 times. It's basically like a lesser version of Sharp Eye. In fact, they both pretty much do the same thing. It's just one does more firepower than the other. I guess that one stacks 3 times. That one's Oh, I got confused then because they swapped the stack and duration like around on Bloodlust and Sharp Eye. So it's yeah. Anyway, basically, Bloodlust is like the lesser version of Sharp Eye, but it's good to have both because it's overall good damage. Time Blast, Hunt the Prey applies slow. Not really necessary to have that. In fact, I am looking for replacement pants, because with Slow Trap and the melee, we don't really need to apply slow to anything that we hit with Hunt the Prey. So we can get rid of that. Guns of the Cannonball, again, not really the best gloves to have, but okay with Captain Hunter and Arms and Anomaly, which is really good mods that we need. And obviously critical shots increases our anomaly damage, and oh, look at that mod. Anomaly will boost our firepower by 40%, or 40% equivalent, resistance piercing is 65% of your armor piercing, and if you remember correctly, we do have our armor piercing right here. So yeah, armor piercing is at 40% because of our weapon. Wait, it says 30. We get passive armor piercing from the skill trees, but because of that mod, we do have a good amount of resistance piercing as well. So all of our teammates should be able to apply status effects without any issue. Terminal velocity. Again, I think we do have a pair of shoes that we are going to switch out soon, but Unstoppable Force increases your anomaly power by 50% of your resistance piercing. So, because we've got resistance piercing that's been increased by our armor piercing, essentially, since we've got a weapon that increases our armor piercing, that improves our resistance piercing, which improves our anomaly power. So it's like a pipeline of improvements, which is the kind of the theme of this build. Like, you just have like a lot of things synergizing together to give us a lot of damage boosting. Hyperloop, Hunt the Prey skill can be activated one more time for cooldown. Not necessarily essential, but very helpful. The cooldown on Hunt the Prey is already pretty good, to the point where we're actually able to fire off our 40 bullets and then hitting Hunt the Prey just at the end of it. Twisted rounds, again, resistance piercing on the twisted rounds, so that's more anomaly damage for us. It's pretty damn good. Now the skill tree. Okay, these are skills. Slow Trap. Yeah. 4.9 seconds isn't too bad. And Slow Trap is pretty cool. Got a quick cooldown, so constantly slow people down and get our shields back whenever it ends. Now, our skill tree, this might be a bit unorthodox for some, but this is obviously we're not going all in with either tree. But best way to explain this, got armor piercing, which again helps us with our resistance piercing and all that fun jazz, and anomaly power. Weapon damage, critical damage, because well, you know what? I didn't think that was necessary, but it's down to your preference. If you don't have the shards, I'd say go for equilibrium. But critical damage, since I'm getting critical hits and I'm usually leaning on firepower, I feel like critical damage is probably a best idea. Close range weapon damage. Now, got both of these. Deception skills. Using deception skills, which in our case will be Slow Trap, will increase our weapon damage by 35%. And down here, activating movement skills, in our case Hunt the Prey, will also increase our weapon damage by 35%. Now, I don't know if it's additive or multiplicative, but let's just say, for the sake of argument, you're boosting your damage by 70% here. You do Hunt the Prey, hit him with a Slow Trap, and then you just unload your gun onto him. And that by itself is a pretty good firepower buff. However, if we go down to the bottom tree, we're going to be speccing our anomaly power, resistance piercing, which indirectly boosts the anomaly power as well. We've got this here, which activating your melee skill increases your anomaly power by 30% for 5 seconds. And as you recall from this mod here, firepower boost equal to 40% of your anomaly power. If we're punching people in the back of the head after hunt the prey, that's also going to boost our firepower damage. Not by as much as 30%, but it's every little boost that we can squeeze out, adds up. Weapon damage for each assault weapon damage increased by 3.5. Each unlocked concentration node, which I believe is the anomaly. So yeah, obviously we're getting, with all the anomaly nodes that we're taking, we're increasing our assault rifle damage, which is the weapon we're using, by 3.5. So what was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 times 3.5. I don't do maths, but it adds up. Activating your deception skill increases your anomaly power by 50% again. So basically, when we're hitting slow trap, both this node and this node will be boosted up our firepower. Resistance pacing again indirectly improves our anomaly power. Movement power, pretty much the same as this one over here, but it's for an anomaly. So basically, that whole idea is you use hunt the prey. These two will boost your firepower. You use slow trap. These two will boost the firepower, and then you punch them in the back of the head, and then you just start unloading on them. That's kind of the whole idea. And with this collection of mods and setup, you find that at least I found that I've been able to like peak, at least with the Maxwell set mod active. I've managed to actually find that I have gotten as high as 2 million firepower, but most times it's between 1.6 million and 1.8, which is not something you should. I mean, let's just for example, let's activate the piercing, and that's already gone up by 200 just from the twisted rounds. I have some mods that I would like to use.
My teeth are chattering from the vibration.
Like for example, if there was I got like Anomaly Echo or Aura of Force, I think stuff like that would be nice as well. Got 1.8 million there. I think those trees were blocking my shots. Yeah, it's hard to monitor. I wish I could like see what the damage stats were like live rather than bring up the pause menu. Because I have seen it get really high up before, like I said, as high as 2 million. Oh, like I said, even though you can put out quite a lot of damage, this class is still pretty squishy. Especially against certain enemy types like birds and whatnot. Can be pretty hard, especially when you're or bosses, like singular bosses, like the Arbiters in the Trials, might still give you a bit of grief because obviously you're only fighting one enemy, so well, I somehow magically changed the weapon without hitting the scroll wheel. But with point is, this build somewhat works, but obviously there's the issue of maintaining your shields whilst being on fire, and if you're fighting against a singular boss, then you're obviously not going to get your shields back unless you get your soul slow trap. Something I neglected to mention as well is the Pax tree. I always forget about the Pax tree. But yeah, Trickster, Trigger Man, damage increased by 15% for each skill on cooldown. Deception skill grants you 15% shield. When your health drops below 30%, get 50% shield and 20% damage mitigation for 3 seconds. Failsafe protocols can be triggered every 10 seconds. Damage done to elites tagged with deception skills has a 25% chance to be increased by 200%, which isn't too bad. And increase your firepower by 40% of your anomaly power when using an assault weapon, which is pretty much the same as the mod that we have on our weapons already. So it's pretty much an 80%.
An obelisk mechanism in the middle.
Pretty much an 80% boost based on anomaly power. So it's not too bad. Now there are, like I said, there is room for improvement. Like survivability is one. I think I want to use boots with like diffuse on, which is like running gives you armor. And there's some mods that I have on my oh yeah, by the way, if you run out of ammo and you've got a hunt the prey like ready to use, you can actually spam it like I am now to like cancel the reload, and that will allow you to keep your twisted rounds. Now, granted, there's no enemies about, so I could probably reload and get away with waiting for the twisted rounds to cool down. But if you're in a situation where you don't want to lose your twisted rounds, you can spam your ability here. I see that 1.8. It ain't showing up. Ah well. Well, there's other stuff you can add to this. So, like, if you find a gun that has arms and anomaly, mage rage, and I don't know, fortress. It's a weird trio of mods, but you'd probably find yourself doing a lot of damage. So I kind of like my flashy guns. There you go, 1.9 million. That's not bad, is it? Who says you need to use a shotgun with a Trickster? Ah. I will say this is a build that I saw on Reddit. I can't remember who posted it because I saw it months and months ago. But here's a build I took from Reddit, and it was out of desperation. Again, I think Trickster is probably one of the more difficult classes to play. Like, it can be really fun to play it. I'm not saying it's a bad class, but it's it feels like it's a lot more dependent on getting the right mods or right armor sets. I don't know how best describe it, but it seems to be a lot more challenging to find a good Trickster build, because they do feel like glass cannons, but they don't really. It's hard to actually get the damage. My original build was using what was the set called?
There's a storm brewing. I need to hurry.
Where are you? Was it the Chrono suit? It was a set where you could use twisted rounds and time rift. Like, time rift would, like, you wouldn't use ammo on time rift with targets lifted by time rift, and that would give you like infinite twisted rounds, and it was actually pretty good because they like made it like where even bosses didn't even have to be lifted by time rift for it to actually count as being affected. So yeah, once this section will make me nervous because we got those Strixes and trying to flash the thing. I mean, it's pretty good. And if you guys were probably like trying to look for a decent Maxwell setup, I guess this would be the best thing I could come up with, or not, someone else could come up with. It's the best thing I could find for it. I was also thinking about making a martyr build using the Arbiter's armor on the Trickster, because that has the set bonus of changing all the incoming damage to damage over time. There we go.
Outrider, there's a storm coming your way.
There's a storm coming.
Creating the storm. That's what's causing the vibration.
At least I know I haven't completely lost my mind. Now get out of there.
Yay, poop. That's what it was. The Agake set. Hunt the prey does not consume cooldown. Teleporting. Oh wait, maybe no, that wasn't what I was using. What What was I using? I can't remember. Yeah, I want to try and see if I can find a decent set that uses a martyr. All damage received by player becomes damage over time effects that cannot be removed. I wonder if that's how that works. Like if it can actually not be removed, but you know, like, can I tank it? Kingslayer Aura Force. That might be a winner. Got this one here as well. Normally Echo. Should have put these on actually. Resistance Piercer. Critical damage is 24%. Resistance Piercing. You got this as well. So there's a few things we need to just sort out and iron out, some kinks. But it's playable. That's the important part. It's playable. Most of our damage is twisted rounds, chem plant, depths. Do chem plant, see how it goes against enemies with firearms. Usually not too well.
Outrider, we've been detected.
But I feel like I should show off. Thing is, this isn't. I mean, this is not going to be like one of them build videos where I show the best case scenario. This is like, I'm an average gamer that wants to show you the average experience, and hopefully, people watching who might be above average can take this chicken shit and turn it into chicken salad. See here, they're already tearing me apart. Especially the part where they... nearly got killed there because I used Hunt the Prey on the wrong bloody target. Which is no good. Yeah, we it'd be pretty scary against the gunners, which is why I suggest maybe not relying on this build as a solo setup. I mean, this game is built around teamwork and friendship, so maybe you should approach the game with that attitude on all builds, right? I mean, we're not really. Captains ain't shit though, are they? Damn it! Damn it, game! I want to see my stats in the top corner, like, without having to bring up the menu. Oh wait, how the hell am I out of twisted rounds? I'm pretty sure the guy who cast this Wandering Flame is dead. Damn it. Yeah. Well, you see, that's what fighting.
Guess I was wrong.
That's what fighting the gunners consists of, though. I got shot through my hunt the prey. Died. I'm supposed to get shields back on that, but you do too much damage. So yeah, like I said, not a solo build, but it's pretty reliable against beasts and pretty reliable when you're with a team, but on your own, not so much. But it's still a work in progress, still got growing pains. So I'd say if you liked what you saw, give it a try. It's different. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you out in the in Pugland. Subscribe to my YouTube, like this if you thought it was an okay video, and follow me on Twitch, where I sometimes, on occasions, play Outriders. Oh, and Discord. Join the Discord server, because we have a channel dedicated to Outriders, both for LFG and for build sharing. So, see y'all later.